And now we hear from a former advisor to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Dr. Andrei Ilarionov resigned from his post in 2005 and has continued to speak out about the president's actions. So I asked, what does Putin really want? And if it's not for the betterment of the world, what should be done to stop it? Dr. Andrei Ilarionov, welcome. You've worked closely with Putin in the past, and you're a prominent critic of his actions. Could you tell us a little more about that?
Thank you for inviting me. I was a critic of Mr. Putin even when I was still an advisor to him. I'm an economist by training, and I was advising him on economic issues. But when I saw that Mr. Putin is not right, and when he's incorrect in any other issues, I was critical both privately as well as publicly. For example, when he tried to establish a dictatorship in Russia when I was still an advisor to Mr. Putin.
What's your take on Putin's Victory Day speech?
Mr. Putin definitely wanted to use this opportunity to proclaim a victory in Ukraine, whatever victory. But unfortunately for him, he was not able to do it. He was forced to change his speech to something else. What is something else? It is not a victory speech, it's ideological speech.
How far do his ambitions stretch, do you think?
He has already said not once that his goal, at least the current goal, is to so-called return to the 1997 division line in Europe, which means that the half of Europe, all Eastern and Central European countries, should be so-called denatoized, which means NATO should go out from these countries, which means that Putin, he himself, would establish his sphere of influence over half of Europe. That is his goal.
What do you think the US should do to maintain global peace going forward?
One of the most important lessons that we have already learned from the first almost 16 months of the current administration in the White House, that the peace and security in the world with the current dictators that do exist in many countries in the world can be achieved through strength. It cannot be achieved through soft diplomacy, soft debates or talks or loose talks. When tanks are rolling, whatever sanctions will be, whatever statement will be, whatever resolutions might be, they cannot stop those tanks. It's necessary to have a strength. That is why it is necessary to provide all necessary weapons, munitions, material, fuel to Ukraine, that Ukraine with allies and friends could resist this aggression.
Dr. Andrei Ilarionov, thank you.
Thank you very much.